Chinese books for beginners, true Chinese books that are actually good for you to learn are hard to find. I think I found one of the best, if not top 3. And I didn't see this Chinese book coming. I bought it for my daughter. The package says Chinese books for kids, but it does so many things so well. I can wholeheartedly recommend it for adults. 很快我就给你看那本书吧。If you don't know me, my name's Kwadwo. 我是中文老师。我在中国住了11年，那时间是不是很长呢？ There are 2 sets, and each set has 10 books. Now let's get into what makes these super fantastic. Number 1, the audio, which I will show you in a moment, is done so completely well. Like that alone, the best audio presentation of any book I've reviewed, and I've reviewed like 20-ish. Number 2, when you are a beginner, you need to learn things that you can see in everyday life. And because this says for kids, kids naturally learn language that they see in everyday life. So if it comes from the clouds to, well, where's the sun? Oh, the sun's coming out right there. To mud. This is stuff that you can see in everyday life. Of course, if you want food, food is here too, like eggs. Now, let me show you another reason this book is designed so well. Notice how most of the picture is black and white. Okay, it's all black and white. So is the sentence, except for 鸡蛋, which is egg, and the egg is yellow. And then look at the soup, tang, and the tang is red. The people that made these books constructed them in a way that every picture by itself helps you learn. See, pizza, and the pizza is in color. That is such good learning setup. I'm a certified teacher, if you didn't know. I've taught professionally at an international school in China for 4 years, certified here in the US of A in the state of Florida, and I've been teaching adults how to learn Chinese now for like 3 years. So just trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Now, the next thing is I have not seen books that teach Chengyu so well. Every book's title in this series of 20 books is a Chengyu. And the Chengyu is a Chinese idiom. It's 4 characters that express an idea. And in this case, it means to wolf down or devour greedily, to gobble up, 狼吞虎咽. Now, normally you need to learn Chengyu in context in order to understand them, and that is the problem with learning Chengyu. But these books, they make it easy because in here is the context, and the Chengyu is the title of the book. So it's super rich context, and it's a lot easier for you to remember the Chengyu because you can remember the title of the book. It's so cool. Let me show you something else though. Oh my gosh, this audio. Oops, almost forgot. Before I get to the audio, you know, there's a book in set 2, there's a book in set 2, there's a book in set 2. Don't get confused with set 1 and set 2. Get both of them. They're both solidly for beginners. They both deal with words that you'll see in everyday life. Before I get the audio, look at this. You need to notice that this is a set 2 one, by the way. Every sentence is the same. 你在哪里看看电视, right? 你在哪里看看沙发里面. Okay, so like where are you at? Then look in the couch. Now that's really crucial because beginners don't understand natural Chinese sentence structure. So because every sentence has the same sentence structure, you get very familiar with sentence phrases and just swapping out the key words, which are in color. This is so good. And the sentences are not weird textbook sentences. You know that I hate textbooks I dislike them, only because they teach weird sentences that aren't really used in real life. But these books for kids, the Chinese people that made these books, or whoever made these books, language together, they made these books and they did a great job with the quality of sentences in here. After living in China for 11 years, these sentences sound like sentences that I've heard kids and parents actually say. Because you know I taught in Chinese school, so I've met a lot of Chinese kids and parents. So audio is what makes or breaks a book. If a book doesn't have audio, do not get that book. These books do have audio, and the presentation is second to none. Let me show you what I mean. If you need to get the books, you can get them on Amazon.com. Right down there in the link in the descriptions below. If you're living in China, sorry, these books don't exist in China. Like Amazon.com works for people in Europe and here in the US and like South America. Go to Amazon.com, invest your money, get some good books. These ones are solid. Now let's look at that audio. So inside of a book at the end, you will see a QR code that you can scan for audio. Oh my gosh, the audio QR code right there. It's also on the inside of the book box. So you take your handy dandy iPhone and scan it. If you have an Android, see how it pops up right there straight from the camera? If you have an Android, you need to find a different scanning app, but you probably can do that easily enough. And then you look for the title of the book. This book's title is called 大材小用. So I just look in here for the 大材小用. Press play.
大材小用.
大材小用. First of all, the audio is super good. You got a chime to turn the page. And sound effects. So 下午茶 was right there. Now listen.
汤匙这样用吗?
That's just so cool. You can, it's very.
叉子这样用吗?
叉子这样用吗? And if you haven't seen this kind of phrase, well, you haven't been finding natural Chinese phrases.
这样用吗?
So yeah, this audio, it hasn't been that simple to use ever in a book that I've seen. And I've seen like 18. Words in everyday life, check. A good, easy way to learn Chengyu, Chinese idioms, check. Great audio so you can read along, work on your pronunciation, check. Also, you can understand the intonation over a Chinese phrase, not just with single characters, because you got that audio, check. Very natural sentences that a Chinese person would feel comfortable reading. Check. It has it there. A teaching methodology in where the sentence is all in black and white except for the key word, and then the picture's in black and white except for the key word. So it's like hitting the learning engines or whatever on multiple cylinders. Does that even make sense? Cars. I'm about to go drive a car. Check. I'm telling you, this book is really good. Tap or click the screen right there for another video where I review this book and how it works for little kids. But go down below, my gosh, and get the book from Amazon.com. See you later.